something in you has known for a while. You're not here to create your parents' relationship, your grandparents. And if this video is showing up right now on your newsfeed, timeline, whatever it is, you're the kind of guy that knows there's something different for you. Most relationships, if we take 10 relationships, I'm going having coffee with my aunt tomorrow. If I take 10 relationships in the cafe tomorrow, 6 of them will end in divorce in the next 10 years. And the other 4 aren't gonna, let's think if they were a business, 6 go out of business, the other 4, that's where it kind of gets rougher. They actually probably don't. If they stay together, 3 of them will be unhappy. And it's a weird thing as a guy, because if you look around and you look at other guys' relationships and other guys' family units and your aunts, your uncles, your mom, your dad, your grandpa, it seems fucking doomed. That's my motivational minute for tonight. But if you look around, and I use it playfully, at these other retarded guys, and what do I mean by retarded? They don't have the capacity to understand themselves and understand women and how to navigate a relationship and a family hierarchy. So their ability to grow is actually retarded. I don't mean to pun by that. You could take it that way if you want. But their capacity for growth is going to be severely limited. Right now, we live in a time of just magnificent expansion. I've been living out of the US for 9 years. I'm moving back next year. A lot of my friends that live in South America think I'm crazy. I'm not, maybe in some ways, but that's for another video. I go back to America, I go, it's never been weirder. And there's never been more opportunity. We live in like a digital gold rush right now. There's so much opportunity. So why do I bring this up? The same thing applies for relationships. If you're the kind of guy that have had a different clarity, a different vision on your relationship and what you want to create, maybe at some point you did it recently. I haven't brought my notebook with me. I'm doing mine again. Writing out the qualities that are most important. And let's make it super simple, super dude friendly. 10 things you need in a relationship. It doesn't have those, relationship ain't gonna work. Real simple. To think a couple hundred years ago, or let's say your grandparents, they didn't have that technology available. Sounds silly, doesn't it? That they didn't have the ability to write out 10 things. Because let's say your grandparents, when did my parents get together? In the 80s? So let's say my grandparents got together in the 50s? Bro. I'll tell you, if there was a relationship vision in the 50s, emotionally available was not on it. You didn't know your attachment style, or if you took psilocybin or ayahuasca, or your top 2 core values, not based on what you wrote down, but based on how you're living your life day to day operationally. None of that existed. What's great about that is that adds an infinite amount of choices, or if left ungoverned, complexity into who you're going to choose. And the simple thing, and one of the main takeaways from today's video, if you're the kind of guy that knows something in you is different, that you're here to do something different, and even if you can't articulate that, but you just feel that, like just something in you just fucking knows. If you're that kind of guy, wasting your time with porn, wasting your time with Tinder, bro, I live in Colombia. I'm in Wisconsin right now. I live in Medellin, Colombia. Trust me, I know. I've lived that life. I've also seen a lot of other guys that are great guys that have everything else going for them and just wasting their time with the next chick. And the thing that's funny about sex, about how the universe, God, whatever designed us, as soon as you ejaculate, you don't care. It's kind of a weird phenomenon. If you don't like the girl, if you're not in love with the girl, you instantly change how you feel, even if you thought different before. So if you're the kind of guy that knows, you're the kind of guy that knows, you know what, I've seen all these other relationships, or I've talked to relatives, or I've seen most of my buddies, and I like a couple of those qualities, but like, God, if I'm gonna be like a lot of these people, like, why the fuck would I even bother? Why would I want to deal with this shit? It gets just worse year after year. If there's something inherently in you that knows that ain't you, that knows something in you is different, even if you haven't figured out the way yet, and then knows something in you wants to be a different guy and to have kids look up to you and actually show up the way you think you're going to show up, the way you want to show up. Not that you get to have this illusion, you're a hero phase for a few years, and then your kids realize what a drunk you are, or what a liar you are, or a cheat you are, or a loser you are. Not you, but, other guys. If you're the kind of guy that knows something bigger is out there for you, this is my invitation and my challenge to you. Why the fuck wait? Because we wait, and I talk to guys, I've done it as well. I'm not judging you. Pretty much anything I talk about in these videos that isn't the most intelligent shit to do, I've done it in the past as well. To go, I was just talking to a guy recently, he's like, well, I'm kind of casually seeing these 3 girls, but I want a woman with this, and if she comes along in the meantime, yeah, that would be great. I'm open to that. It's like, bro, that perspective, you are totally fucked. That's like saying, I'm going to eat McDonald's 3 times a week, but if I accidentally get jacked, I'm open to that. That sounds really nice if it works that way. If you can just binge eat every other day and you accidentally get a 6-pack. Magnificent relationships don't work that way. Ask me how I know. I dated, I guess, regular women. I didn't know better, and I started working on myself, getting better, getting clear on what I want. And man, relationships are the ultimate mirrors. It's going to reflect back to you where your shortcomings are. Believe you me, I've had all different levels of it. And to have the cognizance of, as you date better, you know when to walk away, which can be really painful too. But man, a big part of this video today is the buck stops with you. If you're the kind of guy that knows you're called to create something great, you're the kind of guy that even if it doesn't make sense to you, you know that you can have a beautiful, magnificent love and also crazy, wild, passionate, deeply fulfilling sex. Yes, you can have both of those. A lot of people don't. Topic for another video. Then if you waste your time with cheap sex or junk food, I can almost guarantee you, unless you get struck by lightning and win the lottery in the same day, you're not going to get there. There becomes a point as men, and it can be a lonely fucking journey, where we get into a place of embodiment, where maybe we don't change the next day, but we are embodying more of who we truly are. We're not waiting to go, oh, I'll focus on my business once I have a kid. It's a wrong way to look at it. Or I'll stop just sleeping around with these chicks, once I date someone who's like wifey material. We're literally repelling the things we want the most. So what do you need to do? Well, if you want to be a dad, what if you start thinking like a dad today? You go, but I don't even know the girl. That's fine. What would the version of you 5 years in the future, who has a kid and another on the way, with a woman that you're just incredibly nuts about, and having a beautiful, fun time, and while everyone's 5 years in and they're telling you all this bullshit, and oh, it gets so hard, you're going, that's not my experience, bro. Where people are coming to you for answers. What would that guy tell you to do today? How can you step in and embody that guy today? And maybe that's, I don't know when this video is going to post, 7 o'clock. Maybe that's going to bed in 2 hours. When you used to go, well, I don't know, I can just drink more coffee tomorrow, or I can just smoke weed at the end of the night and take Adderall tomorrow, I've done them all, whatever your poison is. And I can just stay up, I can watch this new Netflix series more, play video games, or maybe you're Pornhub's #1 user. I'm sure I've probably been there too, or been up to the top. Not something you want to be known for. So my invitation, my challenge to you again in closing this is the fact that you watched this far, you're the kind of guy that knows you're different. You're the kind of guy, even if you just feel it and you can't totally articulate it, you know there's a capacity to have a different kind of relationship and a different kind of family. And I'll close with this. I printed out a pretty big photo on my wall in my living room recently. And I don't know, 3 years old. It's my dad. It's his dad, so my grandpa and my great-grandpa. I know those dudes made a lot of mistakes. And also, whether I like it or not, that's my lineage. That was the best that my grandpa could do, the best that my dad could do, the best that my great-grandpa can do. And humbly, I know I have so much fucking more to give. And there was things that they had more to give than I did. But I know what it takes to be a husband, to be a father, to be a lover, to have fun, to create magnificent experiences for my family. There's something in me that's fucking different. And why I'm telling you is because if you've watched this far, there's something in you that's different. And it's not to pick on you, it's not to be hard on you, but when we stop identifying with, I'll just one day, our life starts to shift. When we start to embody who we really are and what we really want. What's today's date? I don't know. The 10th, the 15th, something, the 10th. No, I think it's the 8th. To start being a dad tonight. To stepping into that. And if you're someone who is looking for your purpose or looking for your purpose on a deeper level, to know by looking through the lens of a father to be, you look at the world differently. You can have, be, or do whatever you want, and you live in a time where you can have a vision, where you can have clarity, where you can have power, where you can direct your mind, body, and spirit to create something totally fucking different than anyone in your lineage has had, and probably anyone you know. And you're one choice away by embodying that more and more. Go to bed early, meditate, go to the gym, do your thing. It's pretty dark. Look at that. I'm gonna go take a walk. Reflect on that myself. Thank you for tuning in. More to come soon. Ciao, homies.